Welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. Tower Talk Business Radio brings you conversations with the top business minds on Long Island and around the nation, including expert consultants and small business owners who have found success, but are also willing to share their top tips, failures, and give gritty, matter-of-fact advice based on their first-hand experience. And now, let's get down to business with Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation.
Hello and welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Ray Schwetz, AVP of Nephew Business Banking, along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO, Keeper of the Brand, and Marketing Digital Agency, and we're focused on being the premier resource for business and entrepreneurship.
Ray and I bring you weekly business advice, tips, tools, and services that help you grow your business. Plus, we interview the top business leaders in the industry. So, Ray, what's going on? This has been a long and crazy week as always, but we're glad to be back here on Tower Talk with our audience.
Yes. Yeah, juggling a lot, juggling kids, juggling business. Juggling
life.
Yes.
You know, and I feel like there's an app for everything.
Yeah.
And there's always, you know, you're thinking about the logistics of life and everything that comes with order.
Okay.
You know, it's like, do you have a Yoda to go to kind of guide you through life and through business?
A Yoda app. I like that.
A Yoda app. But they say behind every great leader, there's an even greater logistic machine.
Ooh.
You know, that's a quote by M. Cox.
Oh, I like that. Well, helping provide for business empowerment today is our guest, Lauren Nichols, and she's president of 3G Warehouse Incorporated. Lauren has founded the company in 2009 and has 20 years of experience in logistics and transportation. She has grown a successful 3PL that is known for efficiency, reliability, and transparency in the industry. She's very hands-on with her company, and she's an expert in supply chain, high-performance business process and practices, and she's a strategic business executive whose diverse experience and common-sense approach to doing business has driven stellar results and premier customer satisfaction. She is one of the only WBE and DBE certified companies on the East Coast and leverages these certifications to build her business. She lives on Long Island. She has 2 children, so that goes back to the juggling we were talking about there. And she enjoys traveling with her husband and children, gardening, and photography. So, Lauren, welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having me.
We're psyched to have you on. So there was a lot of acronyms there, right?
Yes.
So tell us, what is a 3PL for those who don't know?
Yeah, so a 3PL is a third-party logistics company, and we basically handle all of the behind-the-scenes stuff that gets the products from manufacturing into your storefronts or direct to your home. So it's a lot of the, coordinating and logistics that goes on to move products throughout the United States or internationally.
Gotcha. And how did you get involved in a business like this?
So my family had been in the industry, my grandfather since the 1940s, and then my dad went into his business. And I always worked in my father's business in the summers. I actually used to be an elementary school teacher. Oh. And in 2005, I had an opportunity to go into my father's company and, really enjoyed working there, really enjoyed seeing how you could get a team of people to work together for a common goal. And in 2009, I had an opportunity to kind of branch out on my own, which is what I did. And here we are. It feels like yesterday.
Now, being an educator originally, did that help you in the business that you're in now?
It did. I certainly, I would tell my, 18, 19-year-old self to maybe go towards a business degree versus a elementary school teaching position degree. But it really did give me the ability to learn how to teach, right? So it's such an important part of what we do, to be clear, to understand that everybody learns differently. So it really has given me perspective on the teaching aspect of what we do and the ability to kind of manage people and make things understandable.
Now, Lauren, do you see yourself as a strategic or operational leader?
So I'd say I'm probably a little bit more on the operational side. I really like to dig in and look at what we're doing, look at the process, figure out how to make it better. So really, kind of getting my hands dirty with our teams. I'd say I'm probably more operational.
And what does being an entrepreneur mean to you? It seems like it's in your blood, your DNA.
Yeah, so to me, being being an entrepreneur really is a mindset. It's the ability to wake up every day, understand that you're going to face challenges, but to persevere through them and to have clear goals and, make sure that you're meeting them, but to always pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and continue trying.
Now, did you find that very different from, being in a 9-to-5 position and then switching over to business and being an entrepreneur yourself? How did you find that different?
I did. It's different. When you own a business, you obviously have a very vested interest in the success of the business. Mm-hmm. And having come from, a little bit more of a setup where, I was teaching and kind of working a normal schedule like that, it wasn't as motivating to me. I loved working with children and I loved the social aspect of teaching with a lot of teachers. But for me, I didn't feel like I could be in it for the long haul because I didn't feel super motivated by it. So for me, when I get up and come to my office or when I have a staff meeting or meet with a client, I'm fully aware that everything I'm doing and all my efforts really have a direct, immediate result on the business I'm running. Very
cool. Now, how do you go from, I guess, doing what you do in the world of 3PL? Actually, I don't know a whole lot about that type of business in terms of the competition. How do you go about distinguishing yourself amongst the competitors?
So we have facilities in New York, New Jersey, and a partner warehouse in Nevada. Mm-hmm. And what we do is very strictly tied to the ports in which product is imported into the country. So as I'm sure everyone's aware, a lot of the product coming in is coming in from the ports versus domestically being made. So our locations are strategically located so that we can, get the inventory, bring it into the warehouse, and ship it out cost effectively. So in New Jersey and Nevada, we have a lot of competition because they are closer to the ports. Where we are on Long Island isn't as competitive of a place, but you have this very high user base. So we do have a little bit less competition here. What we've really tried to do is diversify our services and look for niches within the industry. So, for example, we are FDA certified, so we could store different dry foods or pharmaceuticals. We have some temperature-controlled space, so we could store things like chocolates or protein powders. We have our license to store liquor, which gives us the ability to store it. We can't ship it, but we can store it and hold it for the people that have the license to actually ship it. So we've kind of looked at what are the things that our competition is not doing and what can we offer as additional services.
So not only you can do it from beginning to end, but you can also fill in between.
Right. So a lot of people can't do those things, or they don't want to take on customers that are maybe small to medium. They want to work with a bigger clientele. We really look at, our customer base and say, okay, let's try to focus on entrepreneurs. Yes, they require a little bit more upfront attention, but if you pick good entrepreneurs, you can really build your business with them. And they're so vested in the people that are helping them because they are wearing so many hats that when they find a good logistics partner, we really become a teammate and kind of ingrained with them. So we've had a lot of success in working with small to medium-sized customers that have great products, great ideas. They just aren't great at what we do. So we kind of swoop in and fill that hole for them.
Very cool. You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. I'm Ray Schwetz along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, and our guest today is Lauren Nichols. She's the president of 3G Warehouse Incorporated.
So now, Lauren, is there a business, tool or tip you would like to share with our audience today that was really a teaching moment as you grew in your position and to ultimately take over as president?
Sure. So, I think when I started this business, I had these great aspirations, but it's very clear to me today that you don't know what you don't know, right? You can't be good at something unless you've made a couple mistakes and kind of figured it out. So what I always try to do is look at the things that I'm not really good at and surround myself with people that are really good at them. So again, coming from a teaching background, I understand that, there's going to be people that are different at different things, have much better, attributes or skill sets than I do. So I look at what I don't do very well, and I make sure that I have people on my team who do those things very well, so that together we have a good harmony.
Now, how do you keep the team motivated?
So So, for me, one of the most important things is the culture of our company. Mm-hmm. It's something we spend a lot of time on. We try to keep it light. We all spend so much time together. So when we do our interview process, when we do our review process, it's something we really pay attention to and really focus on. I always say you could be an A+ worker, but if you can't get along with the team, it's not going to work. So we really tried to just think out of the box, do fun stuff. We just got back from a fishing trip with our staff. But I also think I take the time to get to know our employees, to get to know their families, to understand what makes them tick. When someone's out or someone has something going on in their family, we really try to go the extra yard to, be aware, be present, and be a support so that in the long run, they want to be here. It's not just a job to them. This is a family for us.
And how many employees do you have out in Long Island and nationwide?
Altogether, we're at about 70, and we're split. Most of our, I'd say we have about 30 in New Jersey, 25 in New York, and probably another 15 out in Nevada.
Now, obviously, manufacturers are a good match for you. What type of businesses generally would reach out to you?
So our customer base tends to be people who have a product, they've worked out the manufacturing process, okay. They're doing their own sales and marketing, but they've gotten to a point where they can't do their own pick and pack. Some of them never tried and just want to outsource that portion. Some of them have literally outgrown their little small warehouses or their garages, or they were able to handle their e-commerce business, but all of a sudden Walmart called and wants their product and they're freaking out. Gotcha. So we're really handling all mostly finished products that are shipping to the Walmarts, Targets, Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, etc. Otherwise, they're going on shopping carts direct to consumers like you or I.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I just saw a documentary on Netflix about Funko, the company that they produce the pop figures and bobbleheads.
Yes. Yeah. It's so funny. As you walk through a store, you don't think about how all that product got manufactured, came to the United States, or was manufactured domestically, and then showed up on the shelves. You don't really think about all the different touches that happen behind the scenes. So for us, it's always really fun to walk through, one of the bigger retail stores and say, oh my gosh, I know we're the only company in the country that ships this product, so I know this product came right out of my warehouse.
What's the most interesting product you've ever shipped?
Oh, you name it. You name it. We have shipped some real funky products. We've been involved with some really cool companies. We did a big project last year with Uber and IKEA. It was their Thanksgiving giveaway where we made these cool boxes that had basically all the things you would need to set your Thanksgiving Day table. They called it a Friendsgiving giveaway, but we packed all the food and all the product that went out to it. We also do a lot of work with the city and state because we're WBE and DBE certified, which is a women business enterprise and a disadvantaged business enterprise. So we're able to work with the city and state. So when we had all those natural disasters last year, we actually were able to manufacture and procure the uniforms for the Office of Emergency Management. So that was really cool to be involved in. It was very time sensitive. I remember we got them in, within an hour of receiving them on our dock. One of the officers from OEM came all the way out with his own truck, picked them up, brought them in. They were flying out. It was pretty cool to be involved in it.
Very nice. And I'm glad you explained. One of the things I wanted to circle back with was the certification. So that's been very important for you in establishing your business.
It has. It's also, something that sets us apart. Not everybody is specifically seeking a women business enterprise, but some of them, when they find out we're certified, feel that we will really pay attention, that we will dot our I's, we will cross our T's, some of the things that women are stereotypically known to do. But it gives some of our customers, a real confidence level. And then in terms of city and state procurement, 33% of all government contracts do currently go to minority and women-owned businesses. So we were able to get our certification, and we, work tirelessly to talk with different contractors, go to meetings, see what the city and state need, purchase products, store them in our warehouse, and then try to see what's needed so that we can quickly and efficiently ship it.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio. Our guest today is Lauren Nichols, president of 3G Warehouse, Inc. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, along with Ray Schwetz on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
New York moms and dads, tune in. Dr. Monique Collier-Nichols, a member of the NAACP New York State Conference and pediatrician, talks about the importance of vaccinating your children.
As a pediatrician here in New York, I've seen firsthand how devastating vaccine-preventable diseases can be to our children. The CDC recommends a vaccination schedule